Another one. Another one. Another one. Another one. Another one. And another one.
Be looking good. I be gripping brain, nigga. I be gripping wood. Okay. Hey. My seven. I'm gripping in my seven. Okay. I'm bouncing in my seven. I'm riding in my.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back. This is part 2. Well, not part 2, but this is like series 2 or video 2 of the series about pretty much getting your LS swap up and running. In the last video, we covered how to identify the wires inside of your G-body or pretty much any of your GM platforms just by identifying the red constant, the pink for your key on power, and your purple for your starter. Once you identify those are pretty much the only 3-4 wires that you need to know about. In this video, we're going to be covering the wiring harness and what from that harness needs to be wired into the car to make sure that you are comfortable with going ahead and installing this LS swap harness into your vehicle. Let's get into it. Alright guys, thank you for tuning in for another one. Like I said, this video is pretty much just going to be explaining the harness. Now, my harness has not been fully wrapped up yet, and basically what I'm trying to do is just share the knowledge that I have with you guys. I'm not a teacher, not an instructor, not a professional, not a mechanic, not even a shade tree. I'm just a DIY automotive enthusiast who happens to also be a YouTuber, and I'm sharing my experiences with you. From the subscribers, we are like at 5,000 and something subscribers, almost at 6. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to start this series as suggested by a subscriber and then bring this information to you guys. So let's get into it. In the last video, we identified the pink wire for the starter wire. The pink wire, the pink wire for the key on accessory power and the constant power that needs to go into your harness. Now, those are the only two you need. Yes, those 2 wires along with the purple starter wire, which is optional. And you can pretty much get your harness installed into your vehicle. So I'll put the little square thingamajigger up here so that y'all can find and go back and find series 1. This will also be, or video 1 of the series, and then this video will be able to link and refer back to that one, and you can move forward. You can tell I'm no teacher, but this is what y'all wanted, so I'm giving it a shot. So let me show you the harness and let's go from there. Alright, so no matter how you got your harness, whether you reworked it yourself, whether you bought it from Painless, whether you bought it from China, whether you bought it from PSI, the concepts are all the same. The wires that we identified in the last video wire into this harness just like this. So if you reworked your harness, you may be familiar with the thickest wire that was in your harness, which was this purple wire here. This purple wire here goes all the way to your starter. This is the purple wire that you need to wire into the purple wire that we identified in the vehicle to make sure that the starter can be engaged when you turn the key forward. And that's pretty much it. Simple, plain, 1 down, 2 to go. Now, if you remember when you did your fuse block, now there are pretty much two relays on this. One is for your fuel pump, and the other one is for pretty much accessory power. If you can see here, let's see if I can get y'all in close enough. Basically what you have here is the relay. This relay, when triggered on, gives power to this block here, or this circuit here, which is actually three different circuits. So these three fuses here need key on power. Now they are provided by this here, which is the relay. Now, once this relay powers up, this is the actual constant wire. So this is going to, let me see, yeah, 12 volt key. So this is the constant coming in from the car. This is one wire. Once you put power to this wire, it provides constant power here, and then it is jumped over to the number 1 slot on this fuse block, which has constant power all the time. Now, once that's hooked up, this wire here, right here, in my case, it's a blue one. Depending upon how your relay was set up and everything, is going to determine the color of, you know, your wires and everything. So for this one, I label this as my 12 volt key. So while there is constant power coming in, it's pretty much one wire that goes in, and then this wire here, which is, like I said, the 12 volt key, this wire is wired into the pink wire that we identified on the car. Of course, we'll probably make it longer, but this is that wire. This one here gets the constant power from the other wires, the red wires that we identified. There were 2 wires that we identified in the last video. One of those will wire into this, and that will provide the constant power and the key power to here. The key power doesn't actually come out until you turn the key. And like I said, we explained it all in the last video. You need to go back and watch it. So those 3 wires, constant power, key on power, and your starter wire. These 3 wires, along with the 3 wires we identified in the last video on the vehicle, are the only ones that you need to get everything started. Everything else that is the harness, I know it's a lot of wires, it can be a lot of confusing. Pretty much they just all have the connections. Now, like I said, I'm not going into depth about reworking a harness. There are so many resources out there. LT1swap.com has a PDF, I believe. If you cannot find a PDF, drop your email in the comment section below, and I will email you a copy of it just to make it a little easier on you. But basically, these wires from the harness, you have grounds from the harness that are grounded in here. You also have all of your pink wires. All of the pink wires in your harness are pretty much the ones that require key on power. And that's why they are wired to this circuit here, these 3 fuses that needs that 12 volt key on power when it activates. And I'm not going to necessarily explain relays and all that stuff. I've been there. I've been down that road. I didn't really understand them at first, but now I do. So take the time, do a little research on relays and how they work. In a nutshell, though, even though I just said I wasn't going to explain it. In a nutshell, though, what you want to do is when power, the constant power that goes into this pin, right there, you turn around when the switch is activated, pretty much a key on power. When that is, I don't know. I have to go back and see. I think this is the harness that I need to change up some stuff too, because there were some changes that I had to make on the last harness with the relays, just because how this relay was set up. But anyway, in theory, in a nutshell, how the relay works, you have constant power going on to the relay at all times. Once power comes in, or a switches or power is applied to this wire, 12-volt key, the circuit is completed, and then the power, the relay kicks on, and then it applies power to the other pin that's on the outlet. Like I said, y'all, it's not that complicated. It just takes a little bit of time to, figure it out. Now, the same thing for this one. Like I said, this is for the fuel pump relay, or this is the fuel pump relay. It works the same way. Once this is grounded or has positive power, it triggers the relay, and then this goes out to your fuel pump and it triggers it on. That's why when you turn the key on, because this is controlled by the computer, so when you turn it on, the signal is sent, but it's like a pulse. So it's and it cuts off, and then that completes like your fuel pump actually priming. After that, and the car actually cranks, then it constantly sends fuel into the car and it runs. So, yeah, pretty much in a nutshell, man. If you have any questions, put them down in the comment section below. Like I said, I'm just trying to help you guys. I won't be offended if y'all like, oh, you're a sucky teacher. Bro, I know that shit. Like, tell me something I don't know. Or if you think that, hey man, this video was really helpful, then hit the subscribe button, click the bell so you never miss another video, and then in the next video, what will we cover next? I don't know. I'll figure it out. Just make sure you click the bell, subscribe, click the bell, and then you'll find out what the next video in this series is. Because at this moment, I'm not sure. So, y'all stay blessed. And remember, identify your weaknesses, make it your strength. Life is all about choices. Choose wisely, and productivity over procrastination. Come on.